6 minutes past 11, it's the all-day special on Expat Radio. We're going live to Christine Saunders now.
You're listening to Expat Radio, your worldwide friend.
Well, good morning.
Well, a very good morning to you. How the devil are you?
Well, I'm fantastic.
Very good. And
yeah.
I thought you looked well this morning, considering.
Yes, God, my alarm went off, and I had normally I wake up on my own, but today it went off and it jolted me out of bed. Oh my gosh, yes.
Are you sure that was your alarm that jolted you out of bed?
Well, you never know, right?
You didn't have any industrial machines in that bed next to you, did you?
Well, that's a secret, Dave.
The neighbours are wondering. The neighbours are thinking you've got builders in.
Dave, meet Jeff. Jeff, meet Dave.
Morning, Jeff. How are you, sir?
Oh, my gosh, what an intro. Hello, Dave. Thanks for having me,
You're very welcome, pal. You're very welcome. You're looking well.
Thank you. Yeah, they always said I had a face for radio.
Well, you know, I look like roadkill, but that's on a good day. So I have to make the most of it.
Oh, my goodness. You too.
So what's the conversation about today, then?
Well, I am so excited because I am over the moon to present to you all in the world Jeff Jackson. I got to meet, and I'm going to call him JJ, a few weeks ago when he contacted me about potentially being on his Into the Roar, which is like a podcast. Podcast. And we had an amazing conversation, and since then it's just skyrocketed into this amazing friendship. And he has a mission, and I'm not going to spoil it for him, but I thought it would be amazing for the world to know about this mission and this amazing man. So that's what we're going to do today. And so I'll let you tell everyone a little bit about you, and then we have about an hour, and we're just going to launch into it, and it's going to be an amazing show.
Well, I'm going to put my hands behind my head and put my feet on the table here. Now I'm going to chill out for this one.
Okay.
I'm just going to get comfy.
There you go. You look comfortable. Now both feet. You got to get both feet up there.
Yeah, well, this is the issue, you see, because I've done this before where I've actually nodded off. You know when you fall asleep on the sofa, on the couch, and you've got one leg on the sofa and one leg down on the floor, and you're just not with it. And I woke up, I'm going to get up, and my leg's not worked. And I'm like Bambi trying to walk over to the TV to turn it off when you're going to get in bed, and you're like, why won't my leg work?
Oh yes.
So anyway,
I love it.
Less of that. Over to you two.
Thank you. All right, Jeff, tell us a little bit about you.
A little bit about me. Well, again, thanks for having me on. I'm so excited. Been listening to some of your shows. You've had some amazing guests. I'm humbled to be part of that crew. Look, I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I'm a runner. I qualify myself recently as a newly focused full-time professional runner on a mission to bring awareness around our nonprofit, Depression to Extinction, bringing the stigma of depression and anxiety to extinction. And we focus on movement, mindfulness, and human connection. And I say a lot of times that I think we were talking about this in the pre-show. I'm not sure if I love that I hate to run or I hate that I love to run. It's one of those. But running was really one of the first things that when I came to grips with my depression and social anxiety disorder, it was really the go-to for me initially. And I started out walking. I mean, I started out slow. I wasn't running ultra marathons right out of the gate, but it was a huge part of getting me into a better place. And it's just been it's turned into my life's mission, and for once I feel very purpose driven to be in a community that is just with like valued individuals that are struggling. They're just struggling with the reality of their depression or their social anxiety disorder, and I think we're starting to want to come out of the darkness and into that light. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So did you say ultra marathoner? What does that mean?
So technically an ultramarathoner is anyone who runs more than a marathon, typically a 50K or larger. My last race was it was called the Hurt 100 in Hawaii. It's ironically Hurt, but it's the Hawaiian Ultra team, running team puts it on. It's deemed the hardest race in the world, and I had only run a 5K. I mean, I had been competing in 5Ks, and I decided to sign up for it last year, and I got in on my first try, which is pretty unusual. It's a lottery, and it was just lucky. And away I went, and it's 100 miles in the hills and the mountains of Hawaii. It's the same loop 5 times, 5 20-mile loops, and it is pure. It's heaven and hell. It's paradise, and it's the most painful experience and enlightening experience you can go through. And I got injured, unfortunately. I blasted my knee after a missile threat during the race, not knowing what I was getting into, and I ended up slipping at mile 20. Blasted my MCL, tore my meniscus, and I was able to go 47 more miles before I had to pull out of what they call the fun run, which is 67 miles, 27 hours later.
Oh my gosh, that's just insane and awesome at the same time. Oh my gosh.
It was a little insane and awesome at the same time. I remember getting into the car, and I'm like, all right, let's get some tacos, and then I guess I passed out because for those who don't know, everything around my life is tacos and ice cream. So, those are the two
Perfect.
survival foods. But I got into the car, and I don't remember waking up until like 10 hours later.
Oh my gosh, no tacos or ice cream until 10 hours later. That's amazing.
Apparently I ate tacos, but I don't remember.
Oh, that's kind of even more like, meh.
I know. We got tacos again later that night.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we're going to go to our first song, and we're going to play Justin Timberlake's Suit and Tie, and we'll be back, and we're going to dive in deep.
It's the all-day special on Expat Radio, 18 minutes past 11. We're going live to Christine and this morning, and to Jeff.
You're listening to Expat Radio, your worldwide friend.
I love JT. She gets me.
Oh,
dancing
sing
around.
that. How good is that?
I got that booty shaking, Dave, and my legs up on the table.
Have you?
Now.
I'm like that when I get out of bed when I've got cramp.
Oh my gosh. So Dave, what you don't know about Jeff is he also used to do some radio.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, top man. Right, we might have to have a word.
Former life. It was a blast.
We might have to have a word, lad, when you've come off air then.
All right.
We'll be in there. We'll sort that out. That's not a problem.
Awesome. So, I want to give Jeff some due time here because this mission that he is on, of course, everyone has a story, and you're going to learn this. Everyone has a story, and everyone's story matters, and Jeff's story matters. And so I want to give some time for you, Jeff, to tell us a little bit about your story and your purpose and your why you've created this amazing community, Depression to Extinction. So now is you.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. So, first of all, JTT gets you going in the morning. I was out here dancing, and my cat's looking at me like, what in the world is this? Yeah, what are you doing? This is way too early for you to be up. You're normally out on the road running. But no, yeah, thanks. Listen, I think, I founded the organization called Depression, the number 2 Extinction. You'll probably see it on social media as d2e. And, our mission is really to, like I said earlier, eliminate the stigma, bring the stigma of depression and anxiety disorders to extinction. We always say once and for always. And we have 3 pillars that we work with, movement, mindfulness, and human connection. The most studied is movement. There's a tremendous amount of PubMed studies and research that has shown the positive effects of movement, running, walking, biking, just getting up, dancing, free flow movement. It increases endorphins, and I think a lot of people already know this. And that was the thing I went to first. I suffer from social anxiety disorder, was diagnosed at a young age, and also depression. But I never talked about my depression. I was always hiding from it. Then the second component is mindfulness, and it's that idea of meditation or prayer, breathing. You can really alter your state within 60 seconds by just focusing on the breath, focusing on belly breathing, focusing on box breathing, breathe in 4, hold 4, let out 4, repeat. And it's amazing. You can bring your heart rate down 20 clicks just by doing some good breathing or meditating. And then that last one is human connection. Look, we're designed to be in community. And it's so interesting because we've never been more connected in society and never so disparate from one another. We're so disconnected because of the amount of connection that we have. I mean, we're on our social or I'm talking with my kids and they're texting each other and they're sitting right next to each other. It's like, come on, put down the phone, have a conversation, and ask someone, how are you doing? And then get away from I'm doing good, how are you? How about, I'm feeling a lot of joy right now. I'm feeling really sad. I'm feeling really angry. Thank you for asking. I mean, really start to get to know each other, you know? So those are the 3 pillars of our program. And just a couple of facts. I mean, 300 million people that we know of suffer every year from depression globally. That's not the people that aren't diagnosed or that don't seek help. These are just the people that we know about. 2/3 of the people that have depression don't even try to get help or proper treatment.
Right.
In America, we spend $210.5 billion is the economic burden of depression every year in this country. And over 80% of the people who actually get support, get into a community, get talk therapy, get support, see improvement in the first 6 weeks.
That's amazing.
Staggering. It's staggering.
Yeah. So you went to movement first. Is there a reason why you feel like that was you were called to do that, or did you just make the decision to just make that change?
Well, so for me, some body image issues. I was a heavy smoker, 2 packs a day. I had eventually come to grips with my addiction to alcohol and probably at some level prescription medications as well. And so I was extremely overweight. I think I might have sent you the before and after pictures, but I don't look like the same human.
You don't.
It's really mind-boggling. I still pull that picture up constantly to remind myself that was when I was, quote unquote, the happiest, but I wasn't. I was hidden. I was the darkest at any stage of my life. And so, I think I just went to movement initially to look better. And it's kind of, I'll admit there's a little shame in talking about this now, but it really was sort of why I started. But I started to see the most results. I didn't bring in mindfulness until almost a year later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then so this building of this community, at what point in your journey of then moving and bringing in some mindfulness did you think, oh my gosh, this is amazing for me. How can I spread this? And how can I do this? What's my platform?
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm a for-profit guy. I've built businesses. I've done well. And I was sitting on holiday, on vacation with my wife. And we had built this company from the ground up here in Austin, Texas, 0 to 10 million in 18 months. We were flying high, making great money. And I was in the best shape of my life. I had started to deal with my anxiety and depression. I'd been in talk therapy. I'd been working with a life coach. And I was just miserable. And she looked at me and she's like, I don't get it. Like, everything's going great. And I just said, it's not living my purpose. I don't know. There's something bigger I want to do. And I started with coaching. I ended up selling that company to my partner and started doing personal development coaching, was certified, and started working with people. And one of our goals was to give back to a nonprofit that was focused on the stigma around depression and anxiety. And we just couldn't find one. So we honestly created D2E out of a necessity for the things that we also were looking for in our own kind of journeys.
Yeah. And how long ago was that?
We were officially the process to become a nonprofit is a little interesting here in the States, but we officially became a 501c3 in September of last year, so it's literally just been a year.
Oh, amazing. And it's grown so much. I'm so excited. That's
It has. Oh my gosh, this community, y'all are the ones growing this community by lifting each other up, by being available to check in with each other, and it's been amazing. It's been humbling. In the first 6 months, we had served a total serve of about 300 or 400. We call them stories, lives, people. And our community, just in our Facebook community alone, is over 1,800 people, and growing every single day. It's unbelievable.
That's awesome. So let's take a quick break, and I want to come back and I want to talk about this emotional check-in and the ambassador athlete program that you have, and then I want to talk about your 30 and 30 challenge, and maybe some people want to get on board with that, and then hopefully we can maybe do one of these emotional check-ins, and either I can do it or Dave can do it, and it would be really nice so people can see what it's about, because it is flippin' amazing. So we're going to come back after Lady Antebellum's Need You Now.
For months I was thinking about pronouncing that right. Right, we're going back live to Christine and to Jeff this morning.
You're listening to Expat Radio, your worldwide friend.
Lady Antebellum.
I know, who thought of that name for a group? They must have been on the Jack D's or something the night before, weren't they?
Well, a Lady Antebellum is a style of home.
Is it?
In the South, yes.
Now I've learned something. I didn't know that.
I didn't know either. I
thought that might have been a flower, actually. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I'm like, who names their band this? What is that? So it's an actual style of a home in the South. Who knew?
And just FYI, Dave, you're throwing curveballs at me. Country music? I love it.
Well, you know, I play a bit of everything. I mean, I get mithered to death. The one thing you don't want to wear, very shortly that I'll be getting, is Filipino bobbin stuff, because I get nutters from the Philippines ringing me up at daft o'clock in the middle of the night saying, I want baby with you. Will you play music? And I'm like, what the hell is this? I've got Humpty Dumpty on a pillar on a camera on my tablet looking at me, screaming at me to play Filipino music. So if you start hearing a load of violin and ding, 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 ding going on, you know what it is.
Okay.
Chopstick music.
We will be reaching out to our Filipino peeps.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I love them to pieces, but not when they're ringing me up at 6 o'clock in the morning saying, can you have a request? Yeah. Main request is that...
I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start ringing you up at, you're 4 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, Dave, can you play me a song today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. The thing is, it's like when you've done this job for so... Jeff will know this if he's done radio. You go on autopilot, and wherever you are in the world, if you go to a function or something like that, someone's wedding or anything like that, and there's a DJ on, and the crap, you can't... Someone will come over to you and say, can you do us a favour? Can you get up and take over from him? And you're only supposed to... You don't even know anyone there. And yet, I've had so many scenarios where I've ended up actually doing a function for people because the DJ was bobbins, and they've got me up to do it, and I'm like... I'm there for the rest of the night. I'm thinking, God, I don't want to be. It's like the film The Longest Day. You don't want to be there, but you think, God, and everyone's, yeah, loving it. And you're the only one without a smile on your face.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. My goodness. Okay, so, Jeff, tell us about the emotional check-in process that you do, with your community and provide for your community.
Yeah. So thank you. Listen, so, that human connection piece, that third, and I often now kind of call that the most powerful component for me in my journey where I'm at. We all really kind of go through 10 core emotions in any given moment throughout our day. And our process is to check in with those emotions and really see what's coming up for you in any given present moment, as we call it. And then we've got anger and fear and worry and pain. And then we've got joy and passion and love and gratitude. And then I call them the twins. Not that they're bad. Twins are not evil. But they look a lot alike for many people, including myself. They're not the same, but the last two are shame and guilt. Mm-hmm. And in this process, we invite people to then share anything else that comes up when they're going through this check-in, any other feelings or emotions, anything else about their story, and then end with a positive affirmation. Positive suggestion and modeling can actually kind of remap neural pathways. And so when you end with an I am statement, I am strong, I am worthy, I am loved, whatever that might be, I'm funny, that starts a new pattern. And it's super powerful. And when someone affirms for you, yes, you are funny, yes, you are, it then reaffirms that positive pattern. And it's a really powerful tool. I do it with my kids, all the way down from my 9-year-old to my 13-year-old, my 17-year-old, and my 20-year-old daughter. And it's just a really great way, at least for men. I'm going to call us men out a little bit. I grew up in an era where we didn't talk about fear and sadness and anger. I remember anger being displayed in the manly roles that I was a part of. But what if we could change projecting that anger to talking about it? Because when you start to talk about it, it starts to lower it. So if I'm really angry and I'm checking in with someone and say, look, my anger's an 8. And my anger's an 8 because I walked in and I expected this and this didn't happen. All of a sudden, when I go through the process, when I go back to where my anger's at, it's usually down to a 5 by then, or 4, or 3.
Right.
It's a powerful tool.
Do you feel like in that certain situation with the anger, like it's just you're putting it out there and then you're sort of checking your assumptions and checking your own voice and your rules going, oh, well, that's dumb. Why would I be angry about that? Or, oh, yeah, I really could be angry about that. Is that really sort of what's going through the back of your mind?
I think for at least for me and for other men I've worked with, it's an acknowledgement. Right? And to honor that we can have any of those feelings. Look, our brains always work in the present moment, meaning they can't process two emotions at the same time. I can't be angry and have love at the same moment.
Right.
You can go in between them in a nanosecond, but you can't feel both of those feelings at the same time. And so to acknowledge that anger might open up a space for that love. And it's fascinating because anger and guilt often are associated with men. Shame and fear are often, and as we're collecting more information and more people, we're doing this challenge right now. We're having so many people do this check-in process, and it's online, right? So how amazing is that? You want to talk about ending the stigma? You go onto your Facebook feed and you talk about what you're feeling. It's been incredibly powerful, but the data we're collecting is unbelievably valuable because we're not researchers, and we're going to bring this information to people who can really take this information and process it. But we're seeing correlations and connections between different emotions at different times of day, men, women, older, younger. The data is fascinating, and it's I really think it can change the way that people connect and communicate with their emotions, themselves and others. And look, if we stop one school shooting or prevent one person from suicide ideation or from picking up that bottle, this whole mission was worth it to me.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the 30-day challenge, and then we can, wrap back around at the end and you can tell people where they can do the online check-in. But tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, it was really just a couple of friends. I sort of just said, hey, I'm going to go online and I'm going to do the emotional check-in. I'm just going to post it on my timeline. What better way to display that I'm not going to hide behind the stigma anymore. I'm going to come out and use social media, use that platform for good. And I kind of challenged, jokingly a little bit, I kind of challenged a couple of folks. And the next thing I know, they were challenging. And it sort of organically, the community sort of grew with it. And there was a request to kind of turn this into kind of a little bit of a marketing mission, if you will, to get it out there and let people know about it. So it's real simple. You go to your Facebook and you just type in the hashtag #BeRealCheckIn. You can go to our Facebook page, which is Depression, the number 2 extinction. There's some instructions there and how to do it. But You type in the hashtag #BeReal, check in. The group I started with, we're also doing the hashtag 30 challenge, all one word. And you just write them out. You write out the 10 emotions, where you're at on a scale from 1 to 10. 1, not feeling it. 10, really feeling it. Write your affirmation, and then all of a sudden people are like affirming you. People are looking for the hashtag right now. It's really cool.
Yes, I've done it. I think I'm on day 6 or 7 today.
I know. You're on 7 today. I know.
It's amazing because what's really awesome about this challenge and this check-in is you think, like, when we first spoke, and I did my first emotional check-in with you, the first call we had, and like it was like you always think that you're doing this because you're feeling sad or mad or you're depressed or you're any of these emotions that are sort of on the downturn. But like, I'm finding it even helpful when I'm having like the best week, best day, best moment of my life, and I check in and it's like, hell yes, this is awesome. Like it just
absolutely. That's like we had a community member. I know we got to go to song here. We had a community member who checked in one day, and he said in his check-in, I'll leave it all anonymous because we obviously value anonymity, but he said, Coach JJ always said it's a great idea to check in when I'm happy, and I'm really happy today. And it was so like, yes, that's it. That's it. It's not just when we're sad. It's not just when we're feeling hopeless. When we're feeling great, let's continue those new positive patterns.
Right. And, I think I do a lot of things like that's like anchoring. Let's anchor those feelings. And if you can do that with like this emotional check-in or listening to a song or, doing something, moving your body to, sort of anchor that feeling in, you can tap into that later. So it's flipping awesome. So let's go to a quick song. And again, it's awesome because it's country and you're in Texas and I'm in Colorado. And then we'll come back and maybe let's do an emotional check-in. So let's go to Islands in the Stream by, of course, Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers.
Worldwide. Online. The best radio station.
You're listening to Expat Radio, your worldwide friend.
Right, we're going back live to the guys this morning in the US.
Nothing like Dolly Parton.
Oh.
Islands in the stream.
See, he's got a quality voice. See, if I tried doing like Jeff did there, it'd sound like a cross between, I'm trying to think now, Mick Jagger and
Kermit the Frog.
Probably, yeah. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. Here, Keith, it's all going skew whiff and wibbly wobbly.
But you don't even realize you tied into our home mission, Dave. You tied in. We're going to bring you into this because we rely on each other.
Well, that's it. Right, I mean, count me in. Count me in. What do I have to do then? Do I have to get dressed up for this, by the way? Do I have to get dressed up for this? Because I've got a thong that I've been dying to get out of my drawer that I've not had for ages, for years. So can that be included in it?
So before we launch into this, I love this energy. Jeff, will you talk about your Ultra 50 expedition, and then we can launch?
Yeah. So listen, one of the ways that I thought I could give back to this community is to sacrifice my body and my mind. And so I have a Guinness World Record attempt to run 50 ultra marathons in all 50 continental all 50 states in 50 consecutive days, starting May 1st, 2019. It's called the Ultra 50 Expedition, and never been done. 21 consecutive ultra marathons is the current record. And it's just an opportunity to get out there and connect with people and use movement and use that connection piece to really bring awareness to this mission and to the community that's building itself currently, and to all those people out there that like, I can't do that. Trust me, I couldn't run a mile when I started, y'all. I literally could not run 1 mile. But it's a journey, and if we just take a moment and realize, let's just take the first step. Everyone hears Coach JJ say, relentless forward progress. It's not just in our training, it's in our life.
Right.
Let's just put one foot in front of the other.
Awesome. That's going to be amazing. Well, we will definitely be cheering you on and supporting you any way we can. Okay, now it's time for you and my friend Dave.
Yes.
Go.
All right. So listen, Dave, here's how it works. So you've never done the check and you've never even seen it. So here's how it works. I'm going to give you 10 emotions.
Right.
You're going to rate what you're feeling on that emotion on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 not feeling it, 10 really, really feeling it.
Right.
And when we go through that list at the very end, I'm going to ask you to share a positive affirmation. Like, I am funny. I am the best DJ in the world. Whatever that is for you. And Chris and I and this whole 78,000 people who are listening right now, we're all going to confirm you.
My God. I hope my feelings are on this list that I've got at the moment. He's trapped wind, one of them.
Is what?
Right.
Trapped wind.
Oh, wow. Gassy today, huh, Dave?
I've got to tell you, now, just before you go, I actually did, before I moved over to France, I did the training for the London Marathon, and one of the funniest things that it wasn't funny at the time, but what happened was, you have to do the 20 minute on the 20 mile on the Saturday, don't you? You do the 6 miles every night, and then I do a 20 mile on the Saturday.
Long run.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the first week I'd done this, I'm thinking 20 miles. All right. So, like an idiot, I've set off, but I've run, instead of running 10 out and 10 back, I ran 20 out away from the house. And then as I've got to about, I literally got to, it didn't cross my mind till I've literally got to 20 miles. And I look and I'm thinking, what have I done, the idiot? I've got to get back.
So you took an Uber?
So I literally thought my legs aren't going to hang on it. And because I've always run with football, with soccer, but then I'm thinking, I've got to get back. So I got back when it was getting dark. And the girl I was living with at the time thought she was worried to death, wondering what on earth had happened to me. I'd actually run 40 miles on the first week of my training. I was like, oh my God, I think it was I must have been about 7 or 8 inches shorter by the time I got in.
Yeah.
Oh, it was crazy.
So we do back-to-backs, as you know, but we don't do them on the same day. We definitely don't do them right next to each other. So you really gave yourself a long run that day.
Long? My God, I couldn't run a bath before that. Never mind doing 40 miles.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. All right.
Awesome.
So what's these emotions I've got to do now?
All right. So I'm going to go through them one by one,
Yeah.
and I'll walk you through it. It's anger, fear, worry, pain,
Yeah.
joy, passion, love, gratitude, and then shame and guilt. And you're going to rate them on a scale from 1 to 10. You'll give me a positive affirmation. We'll affirm you. And if you take a moment, find your present moment, take a big, deep breath, and when you're ready, I, my friend, will walk you through it.
Oh, how good is this? Is this what I'm feeling now? When you tell me what this emotion is, I have to see where I'm up to in that
moment,
sensation.
yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
Go for it then.
All right, my friend. On a scale from 1 to 10 in this moment, where are you with anger?
0.
Fear.
0.
Worry.
0.
Pain. Physical, emotional, spiritual.
1. I've got a dicky knee with football.
Yeah. How about joy?
Oh, I'm over the moon. We'll rate that at 8. Go for an 8 for that one.
Yeah, thank you. How about passion?
Passion, that's got to be an 8 as well. You've got to have that to do this job.
Yes. Yep, definitely. How about love?
Oh, especially when Christine's on. It's got to be a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
I love you, Dave.
I know.
Tell us about gratitude in this moment, Dave.
Gratitude. I'm thankful for being here, so that's got to be a 9.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. Thank you. All right, we call them the twins at the end. They look alike, not the same. Shame.
0.
And the last one is guilt.
0.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you. Anything else you want to share?
Yeah, but that's after the hours of 9 o'clock at night. So.
Fair enough.
Then we're talking. Then we're talking major off the scale.
Sure. Well, we'll go to a positive affirmation, Dave, an I am statement. I am whatever you are, and we will affirm you, my friend.
Right, so I have to say what I'm actually feeling myself now.
Whatever you're feeling, positive affirmation about who Dave is.
I'm feeling relaxed, confident, in a good place in my life. Yeah, I can't really... I'm just chilled, easygoing.
So I'm feeling confident and relaxed in my life?
Yeah.
Say it.
I'm feeling confident and relaxed in my life.
Yes, you are, sir.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
you are. Say it again, please.
I'm feeling confident and relaxed in my life.
Yes, you are. And as my little one says, Shorty, do up one more time.
I'm feeling confident and relaxed in my life.
Yes, you are, my friend.
Yes, you are. That was
you
awesome.
Are. We honor you, sir. Thank you for doing that with us. Amazing.
No worries, mate.
Was that great, Dave?
Yeah, well, you don't think about those emotions on a daily basis, do you? Until somebody says, when it's put to you, "Are you feeling this?" And you think, "Well, never thought about it." But when you do, you think, "Well, no, either you don't, you're not feeling it, or yes, you are feeling it. This is how I'm feeling." And when it's obviously pointed out to you, then you think, right, this is what I want to do with my life. This is how it's controlled. These are the main things that makes me feel good, that makes me feel passionate, that makes me feel good every day. You know, and you know the tools in your box that you want to keep using those to make you feel in those at that moment.
I love that you said that, because that's what this is. This is just a tool for your toolbox.
Yeah.
Awesome. So amazing that you did that, Dave. That's awesome. See how cool it could be if you were, like, not exactly knowing what your feelings were. You could, like, let's pull out this tool and check it out. So, yeah,
and
awesome.
There's no good or bad feelings. That's the best part. They're just feelings. They're just feelings.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's amazing. So, again, Jeff, tell us where people can follow you, where they can do this emotional check-in online, and then let's, like, really challenge people with this 30 and 30.
Yeah, so listen, you guys can find us, on all the socials, Depression, the number 2 extinction, both on Instagram and in the old Facebook. You can follow me in my journey at Running with Forrest 1R. It's one of my alter egos. The Dark Knight's the other, and I link all that back to the Depression community as well. We've got an ambassador program. If you are an athlete, and you don't have to be a professional athlete, any level of athlete, if you're an athlete and you want to train for something really meaningful that supports this awesome community, we'd love to have you in our community. This athlete program has just taken off, and they're running with it. They're deciding what it's looking like. It's incredible. We've got small groups coming up. I mean, there's so many great ways to connect. And, of course, go to the website, Depression, the number 2 extinction.org. You can do the check-in 24/7. Someone always gets back and affirms you. No matter what, we always get back. Someone from our community will affirm you. And if you want to do the challenge, just type in on your Facebook timeline, #BeRealCheckIn, and just write out those 10 emotions. And then in your gratitude, call out a couple of people and say, hey, I challenge you to join me in this challenge. And let's get this thing going.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Jeff. This has been an amazing hour. I am honored for you to be here with Dave and I on the all-day special on XHET Radio. And Dave, any last words before we go to song?
I've loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's opened my eyes this morning, I'm telling you.
That's amazing.
I honor you guys. Thank you so much for having me on. This show is awesome. I'm not going to lie. I went back and listened to a bunch of them and was listening all day today. So I'm so pumped to have this on my playlist now.
No, you've been a star, mate. You've been a star. But I'll definitely be in touch when I come off air later on today. I'll be in touch and we'll get you on the station for sure. Definitely.
Amazing.
All right,
that's
pal.
Awesome. All right, last song, King of Wishful Thinking, Go West. Love you all.
Adios. Thanks, Saunders.
Peace.
Yeah.